Based in Canada, SportsInteraction is one of the oldest names in the online sports betting industry that's still operating. SportsInteraction was established in 1997 and holds a license from the Kanawake Gaming Commission, which is convenient because SIA, as its customers call it, is actually based in Kanawake. The site is totally closed to US-based bettors. That's thanks to restrictions imposed by the 2006 UIGEA bill that basically make it illegal for banks to do business between known gambling sites and American customers. Besides Americans, other restricted citizens are Estonia, Israel, Hong Kong, Bulgaria, and the United Kingdom. This is a true all-in-one site with your sportsbook here, racebook, as well as a casino, head-to-head poker, skill games, a live casino, all the stuff you'd expect at an all-in-one site. Now, the general line on SportsInteraction is that they have a pretty weak promotional lineup. We'll get to that in a second. But they also don't really have early lines. So your big professional sports bettors, this site isn't really designed for you. This is more of an international site for people with a taste for international markets and global sports leagues. Your winnings at the site are limited to a total of $100,000 a week, which is pretty high for this industry. The average posted payout time is 2 to 28 business days. I want to point out also that you can use a ton of different currencies at SportsInteraction. Here's the full list: a US dollar, the euro, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Hong Kong dollar, the Japanese yen, British pound sterling, Singapore dollar, the Swiss franc, the Danish krone and the Swedish krona, and the South African rand. Now, as far as the sportsbook itself, it uses the standard layout. You've got your markets here on the left, your nav bar on the top to take you to the other parts of the site. Quick links here to about, contact, and help. Your bet card, as they call it. We might call it a bet ticket. And this little weird mini games section that includes miniature Playtech versions of games like blackjack and slots and video poker. And a nice little widget here with all the contact information, live help. It's really easy to get where you want to go. It's very intuitive. The design is professional and attractive. I love the way it looks. It's not garish at all. It's easy to read. I like the orange and blue-ish color scheme here. The organization is nice. You can find your various markets, lines, and other options without any major headaches. Basically, they've created a total user experience here. I can do anything I want inside this square here, pretty much. It's also nice that you can access SportsInteraction mobile on your Android or Windows or iOS device, tablets, smartphones, whatever. Basically, anything that's web capable. You can even do features like deposits, access live betting, and basically anything else you can do on the desktop site on your mobile, which is really nice and makes the site very accessible. The markets here, this is a great selection of markets. It covers a lot of world sports, not just the major professional ones, although, as you can tell, yes, we have a lot of football options here, and by far the most is under soccer, with right now 30,353 soccer bets available in every league you can imagine. International, broken down by country here. It's an incredible list of soccer options. I would go as far as to say that SportsInteraction is really a soccer betting site. Let's check out live betting. The live betting options are about standard for the industry. They have a really huge list of available live in-play bets. They advertise 200 a day, but I think it sometimes goes north or south of that number. Especially in midsummer, like where we are now, it's just kind of a dead time for sports. But yes, check out all these North American sports available. You know, sometimes I say that, but right now I'm struggling to find any. On the other day when I was researching this site, since I don't play here regularly, they had a ton of North American sport options here. Right now, this appears to mostly be international, but that really has more to do with the scheduling than anything else. But see, you've got your scoreboard here, your live bets in the center, bet the ticket. It's the same layout as traditional betting, only with live in-play betting options. Look, I like their live betting interface. I like their regular interface. Everything does what it's supposed to do. Everything is where it's supposed to be. And Sports Interaction gets a big thumbs up for me in terms of interface and design. One feature of the site I'm not too keen on is how they display their banking options. You have to be a member and logged in and everything to see some of their specifics. And since I do live in North America, I can't even register for an account here. However, I did find a lot of information in other reviews and some information on this page, which is just their generic help section accessible by clicking help up here. And I can tell you some interesting facts about the site's deposit methods. All the major ones you would expect are here: your intro pay, your credit and debit cards, gift cards, e-checks, Insta-debit, e-wallets, Skrill, all those kinds of things. The European-centric deposit methods, they're all represented. If you want to know specifics about it, you're going to need to contact customer support, which I'll tell you how to do next in the next section. As far as withdrawal methods, you can get a wire transfer, you can use instant banking, you can use one of several e-wallets like Insta-debit, Ucash, and EcoCard, check by mail or courier, or instant e-check. And here, this table here should be pretty useful. These are the withdrawal fees. They're in US dollars. So basically it goes up in units of $10 for every $1,000 you withdraw. All check withdrawals greater than $1,000 are free. If it's under $1,000, the site only charges you $5. But unlike other sports books, they don't offer any free checks. So just keep in mind the minimum deposit amount is $20 American, and the maximum depends entirely on the method that you use. If you need to contact Sports Interaction customer service for any reason, on every page up here in the top right corner you see a little contact button. You click that and this help center pops up. They want you to start out by searching their FAQ section, which is pretty handy. I've played with it a little bit. It's got some different categories and basic services to help get you to the answer that you need. There's an email form right here, or you can send an email directly to casino@SportsInteraction.com. I couldn't find a sports betting specific email address, but apparently they handle sports betting questions through that address. Your postal address and phone numbers are listed at the bottom here. All in all, it's a pretty good help center. I don't like that there's not a live chat option at all, but they do give a fax number, and that's handy. It would be nice to have live chat, considering most of their competition probably is running a live chat service of some type. As far as bonuses go, well, this is another downside of being a North American customer at a site that doesn't accept North American business. I can't personally access any bonus offers. As you can see here, there aren't any refer a friend offers currently available to you because they know I'm an American. But I have contacted a friend of mine from Canada who plays at this site all the time, and I'll tell you a little about their top bonuses for sportsbook players. They have a first deposit bonus. If it's your first ever sportsbook deposit, you can earn a 100% match worth up to $200. You have to deposit at least $20, and there's an 8 times rollover. You do get a lifetime reload bonus offer. That's a 20% reload bonus match up to $100 for every deposit after your first one. Minimum deposit's just $5, but the sports betting rollover is 8 times deposit and bonus, which is a little above the industry standard. Right now, the site's offering a $5 free bet to all new sports betting members. Deposit $5, place a $5 wager, and if it loses, they'll reimburse you. Unfortunately, this reimbursement also has a 4 times rollover requirement. There is a referral bonus. If you live outside of America, you can see it. You won't just get this blank screen. For every friend you refer that deposits at least $25, you'll earn a 100% match bonus based on their deposit up to $100. Again, a 5x rollover requirement exists. That's about standard for the industry. Please, if you do nothing else, read through the site's terms and conditions pages, especially if you're going to use a bonus as an incentive to sign up. You would hate to chase a bonus that you can't get or that doesn't work for you, and then have an account at a site that you don't really like. What's my overall opinion of SportsInteraction.com? They do a ton of business with Canadian customers, and they have a lot of European customers as well. I'd say it's definitely a top 10, maybe even top 5 sportsbook in Canada. And they've been in business since '97. They've elevated their services at every step along the way, adding in a racebook, a casino, live casino games, a transition to mobile betting. So it really is an all-in-one site. And in some markets, they're competing with bigger names in the industry, particularly for those Canadian customers. If you live outside the US, you've got to check out this brightly colored, pretty, intuitive, active, and all-encompassing sportsbook betting site. Their bonuses don't have the best rollover rates, but they're competitive. And you want to be sure and check out all their live betting and live casino options too, as the site is well known for them. Sports Interaction gets a thumbs up from me.